What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick, MTO Productions. Come back, we're going to get over here on the laptop and I'm going to show you how I lay out videos from trips. Give you some pointers, give you some other things that I do that you might find useful. Alright guys, so I'm going to get over here on the laptop. I'm going to do screen capture. And I'm going to show you how I go about laying out my trip videos. Now, the most important thing you got to do on your camera to make this work, just about any time you're going to be doing this, is make sure your time and date stamp is set. So when you record that video, it shows what time it was recorded and the date. This is very important on the way I set up my videos. I can go through and look at the date and time and know, okay, this needs to go this day, this goes to this day. So that's how I set up my trip videos. Now, you may do something a little different, and that's fine. If you do, tell us down at the bottom how you do yours. I'm going to also show you another way with using multiple cameras. So let's get over to the video. I'm going to be using my MacBook Pro because that's what I edit on. I usually use iMovie. For one, it's free. For two, it's free. But it's fairly simple to use. If you use Windows Movie Maker works just the same. But anyway, what we're going to talk about is how I lay out my videos. So what we're going to do, I've got my travel disk hooked up to it, my SSD right here. Now I'm going to show you a couple different things. If you're going to separate it by camera, I highly recommend you put whatever camera it is you're using. For instance, if I'm using the Canon SL3, well, that's going to be all the stuff that's on the SL3. If I'm going to be using my GoPro Hero 5, then that'll be all the stuff that's on the Hero 5, and so on. Another way I go about doing it, I will make a folder. For instance, like this one that the cursor is sitting on now, says YouTuber Meet 23. You click on it, and then there's dates. There's 5/13/23, 5/14. Well, that's, of course, the date I started, which would be on that Saturday. The 14th was on the Sunday, and the 15th was on Monday for everything I shot on those days. And when you open this up, everything is listed in there. Now let me show you what I'm talking about on the date and time stamp. If you look, May 13th, 2023, 3:29 p.m. So I know that was earlier in the day. Now if I go to this one, it shows that it was recorded at 7:22 p.m. So that way I know where this falls. Now memory does a lot of that too when you're shooting a story style video about a trip. So each day you will have, like for instance, there's GoPro footage, there's Canon footage, and you'll see that the date and time is on there, and it even tells you the duration of the whole video of this one I've got clicked on. Now when I'm doing B-roll, now this is probably going to be a rather large one, and it is. It's 1:57. Let's see, I was trying to find one. When I'm shooting like a B-roll scene, I'll usually shoot about 15 seconds. Now you can take these longer videos and either shorten them down by speeding them up in post, or you can, do whatever. But when I film something for B-roll, I usually try to keep it like 15 seconds. This one's 32 seconds. I can click on it. It's going to bring it up. And this may be I was just filming the fog that morning, how the fog had laid in. Now what I'll do is I'll cut most of this out, especially where I was trying to frame it. And that would be, this part would end up in the video, but not the beginning part. And probably not the ending part, because I'm sure at the end, made a little scuffy noise. And all I was wanting to do was capture the birds chirping and the fog laying in from the early morning. So anyways, I was just trying to give you some ideas on how you can set up your videos once you've gone out and shot. This is going to be that Monday, everything I recorded that day. And usually they lay out by, as you'll look here, they lay out by the what you shot them on. For instance, this last one here that I'm clicking on was actually shot on the Canon, and I can tell that by the MVI in the number. It says MP4. The GoPro is going to have GoPro on it, MP4, and of course it was 1080, and I shoot everything in 1080 at this point. I don't see any sense of shooting anything in 4K right yet. I'm getting to the point where I can, but I don't do it. My computer, bless its heart, it probably would not keep up with a 4K style. Now, if we go back and look, even if I take pictures on this SL3, like right now it's nothing but videos, but if I take pictures on it, they're going to be on here too. And that way I can pull them in Lightroom, do the editing I need for whatever I'm going to use them for. Also, I've got this set up to where if I'm traveling, that's why it says travel on it, this drive I can take with me. And if I need to edit a video on the road, I actually have my intros for both channels. And if you look over here, I even have YouTube music on this. Now I've got some samples of different YouTube music that I can use in a video if I need to make one on the road. Thanks for watching. I hope you get something out of this. If you do, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, and that thumbs up, you know, all that other good stuff you can do. Share it with your friends and family and whoever else you might think of. Let's help grow the channel. I'd like to get to 1,000 before the year is out. I appreciate you watching. See you on the next one. Get out and shoot some pictures and videos and post it somewhere.